All right, we are the real ones.
Hi,
Hello,
very
hello.
special guest today.
Aloha, Jade.
Yeah, we have Jade Summer Duffy Michael with us today.
Very cool. All right, I'm gonna start loading this up on Facebook. So why don't you, I don't know, give a little spiel about what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, what are we going to talk about today?
Life.
Jade is on a tear to like just be passionate about life, and that's why I wanted her to be on today. And she's visiting me for like a second, so I thought it would be great to have her share.
Yeah, how
what
fun!
She's doing and how she's living life in a way that is exciting and adventurous.
That is so cool. I'm so excited.
I love having you on because you have a job, like, you've got a job that you have to go to every day, but yet you're still finding reasons to be excited about things and to do things that light you up.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we're loading up. So we're going live on Facebook.
Should I put Jade's name in here? I probably should.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do Goldyn.
And I don't know why it asks me for a title, but then it never really shows up. So I'm not even going to type a title in. I'm just going to go.
All right, just go for it. There we go.
Oh, cool.
I was going to put her last name, but you have another last name and that just gets complicated.
So are you doing a hyphenated name, Jade? Is that the deal or?
Sort of,
my middle name is actually hyphenated.
Okay, cool. I know.
The last name, middle name, or the last name hyphenated gets confusing.
Totally. Yeah.
So I just moved it to my middle name and it's pretty much easy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know.
Then your two last names are together?
No, I only have one last name.
Oh.
And two middle names.
Oh, I got
Yeah. That's what I had done when my second husband adopted my kids, is just added the last name.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. That just
all right. So we're going to go live on Facebook.
Let's get it.
Okay. Hey guys.
Hey Facebook.
Aloha.
So excited to be here today. I got my girl Jade. So excited. This is my firstborn.
Very nice.
Facebook Live together.
We have not. Oh my God. We had so much fun. We went across the country and did a whole bunch of YouTubes and Facebook Live. No, it was just
Facebook Live. Yeah.
They should have been on YouTube. They were so good. And,
that's right. That's right. I remember that. I totally remember that.
We had a lot of followers. We had people waiting every day for our show. And we were giving tips about going across the country.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. All right, I'm trying to see. I know we're live, but I'm just trying to see us. Here we go. There we are.
Are we there?
We got 4 people watching us already. Yay! If you're there, say hello and where you're from. We're thrilled to have you.
So pumped to be here today on this happy Monday.
Exactly. So today, the reason I said it's going to be raw and real is because, as all of you in the real ones know, I've been going through this whole crazy mold renovation thing in my bathroom, and so it's all kind of coming together. But I've got sheetrock dust all over. My cleaning lady's going to be here in about 5 minutes now, and they're still supposed to come and do the crown molding, and so who knows what kind of sounds and things might be going on behind me or outside the window, but we're just doing it because this is the real ones.
This was the opportunity that we had, right?
That's right.
That's a natural environment for me.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I was going to say, how fitting, because Jade, tell our listeners, our viewers, what you do for your job.
So I am a carpenter. Carpentress is really the term I like to use. Mm-hmm. It's slowly catching on, but so I build houses and remodels. So
love it.
Sheetrock dust often.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And coughing. She knows all about it.
Oh my goodness. And in case people missed, because we did an introduction before we came live on Facebook, but this is Goldyn's daughter, Jade, her oldest daughter, and in visiting from Connecticut.
She is. I got a real bonus because, as you all know that have been following, my father-in-law is visiting. He's been visiting for, what did we say it was? 6 years, 6 weeks.
That's great.
We needed someone to come and get him and bring him home. And so we thought of this brilliant idea of having it be Jade. So he bought her a ticket to come and get him. So I got a little bonus. I got my girl for a couple days. So I'm super, super happy about that.
That is fantastic.
And trying not to be sad that it's only like 3 days.
Better than nothing.
That's right. Yeah. Be in the moment of, I got chills about that. Like be in the moment of not when it's over, but right now,
He's
right?
so been present. He's been super present. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And I just saw you guys posted, you went out for lunch and you had mocktails, which I think
did.
Which is so cool because we always used to day drink. Like if we went to lunch together, we would have a couple cocktails and then we would both be like tired and ready for bed. So we're both not really drinking right now. So it's fun to do mocktails in the middle of the afternoon.
I love it.
Yes. There was like so many drunk people at this restaurant we went to. I was like, it's crazy. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. And
wow.
I don't know where you're going after that, but
yeah, that's the thing. I know those noontime drinks that I used to have. I'm like, what? Like I can't even function then. It's just
it's
crazy.
Weird. And then you have like a headache at like 4:00.
Yeah, that's never fun. Yeah, hangover starting at 4 p.m. is not good.
No, so we gave that up and we feel a lot better about it. Yeah.
That is so cool. Well, good. Well, and so part of what we want to talk about today is Jade, you are literally like, you are fired up and you want to motivate young women, older women, any woman to take up a hammer and like renovate stuff, or I don't know, build stuff.
Use the power tools.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it can be really intimidating when you don't know how to do it. And I actually did teach somebody for the first time last weekend, and it's kind of scary to watch people do it, which kind of solidifies the fact that like, yeah, it is scary to use those things.
Yeah.
But if you could find somebody who you feel comfortable asking those what may feel stupid questions, then it would be much more easy to task or to handle at
like
home.
So what happened to you after you got lit up after you did this with this girl?
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It was a really cool opportunity. She came to me and wanted to learn how to build stuff. And even last year, I started a YouTube channel.
What's the name of it?
Flip with Jade.
Flip with Jade.
And
what does that stand for?
It stands for Fine Lines Instructional Program. The name of my business, when I had a business name in California, was Fine Lines Carpentry. So we turned it into Fine Lines Instructional Program, Flip. And I started the YouTube channel because I just thought it would be cool to teach people, but the whole technological thing is just
we know.
Not
overwhelming.
We not know.
Yeah.
It's time consuming.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Not like hosting classes won't be time consuming.
But so fun, right?
So fun. Yeah.
So then you started a group on Facebook for women, right? Yep. What's the name of that?
It's Flip with Jade Ladies Edition.
Ladies Edition. And then what else has happened? You got contacted by a friend?
A couple friends, actually. Quite a few girls have reached out to me in the last, I think I just started it last weekend, the group. And one girl reached out, said she was tackling the project of building chicken coops at her house this spring, and she was terrified because she's never really done stuff. And then I had another girl reach out to me yesterday or the day before. She owns a farm in New York, and she wants to pay to
do retreats,
me to have like a retreat weekend.
Wow. Fantastic.
This is how it works, right? Like this is how it works. When you get excited about something and you start putting some energy towards it, like just open a group on Facebook. Like that's what opens the pathway.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what people don't realize. They think like they have to take on this huge project and make it this big, huge business. And it's like, really all you need to do is just dip your toe in, you know, say
and
yes
then follow the breadcrumbs, right?
Yep.
Let the breadcrumbs drop. I mean,
which I think is what's happening for you. It's just like things are happening.
Because when you start thinking about, and even now I'm starting to get into that point where it's like, okay, well now what? Like, where do I go now? And before this even all happened, it was like, that's what I was thinking about. Well, what do I charge? And what's going to be my name? And am I going to do it?
It's overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming.
Oh my God. My post, you haven't even seen my post. I just literally typed up my channeling and it's like the overwhelm is real. Like that literally, I just posted it and I thought I deleted it because I was going to add a photo, but it looks like it actually posted on our page. And so I'm like, this is crazy that you just said the overwhelm. And it's true. And that's what the angels, or, you know, the beings of love and light were just like, yeah, you guys are overwhelmed, like your physical, spiritual, mental, you know, bodies, emotional bodies, are overwhelmed because so much is happening right now. And so everybody needs to step back, observe, figure out what you want to do, and then just take steps toward that, and let the rest go. Like, people get caught up in the news and this crazy virus and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what? Just wash your hands and stay positive. Like, stop getting in a frenzy. It's the panic, it's the fear that then draws that to you.
Totally.
And so you got to like filter all that out, because it's not helpful, and it stops you in your tracks from being able to create and be a functioning,
and
happy human
what
being.
actually brings you joy.
Right.
You know? And not like my real job doesn't bring me joy. I mean, I do enjoy that. But the one day of just teaching this one girl, like, I was buzzing. Like,
yeah.
Exhausted, totally exhausted.
Yeah.
But like in a great way.
And that's how you know, like, that is your heart telling you what what is going to bring you abundance. Because when you're lit up like that and you're vibing that high, it's really easy to create abundance that way.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And just think about, you're empowering women to create things that they thought they couldn't do or whatever. Right. I'm happy to say my dad was really, he taught me stuff when I was growing up. I mean, for my graduation from college, he got me a toolbox filled with drills and hand saw, or little saws and everything that I needed. And I can change toilet flappers. I can change electrical, like I can change a light fixture.
It's
I can,
so funny because Mike was just telling her, like, you could have a class on how to fix your toilet.
Totally. And it's so simple, but we get overwhelmed. We get overwhelmed. I mean, it's similar, I guess, because, I used to be a tax CPA. Taxes, like, just do TurboTax. It asks you each and every question you need. It's not overwhelming. And people are just like, oh my God, taxes, I can't do it. It's like, yes, you can. Just
not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. Just, again, it's the overwhelm. We get overwhelmed because we think we can't do it. And it's just a matter of, and especially like if somebody like Jade is there to like guide you. I mean, how brilliant to have an empowered woman, teaching other empowered women. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I am excited for you. And just to watch the way it's progressing is like so cool.
And it's effortless. Like, this girl just came to me. Like, I haven't been like
chasing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just has happened.
So was it an idea before that?
Yeah, it always has been. Actually, that magazine that isn't out yet that I was going to be in, I got interviewed for a bunch of questions. And one of the questions was like, what is your biggest dream? And that was my biggest dream. And not only 2 weeks later, she hit me up and said, hey, I want to learn from you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is great. What's going on back there?
Kaylee is FaceTiming. Obviously, she does not watch our show because she's trying to FaceTime
and now
me
it's
right now.
Now
we have another screen here.
So now we have four.
That's
faces.
gotta go away, right?
That is so funny. All right. Well, I know there was another, somebody posted something. I didn't even see it. So let's bring that up because I know there was an issue.
I don't remember who it was. I apologize, but she did say she read my book, and she said that after she read my book, a bunch of things happened that blew up in her face. And now she's afraid to move forward in trying to manifest things because it's almost like it did her, it's kind of like you lose your footing. Your feet get kicked out from under you and then you're laying on the ground and you're just thinking there's no way that I can continue to even try to manifest stuff, because I think you create a belief system that says, if I try to do something, the opposite's going to happen. And, when it comes to manifesting, I say this all the time, it's going to work out for you, especially if it looks like it's not going to work out for you. But what happens is people lose their footing and then they just crash and burn. And then
they give up.
Yeah. And they don't even try. They don't get in receiving mode because they just give up on the whole thing. So I think it's important for you to take a step back. I told her, take a step back, read my book again, because it's going to hit you in a different way. Once you're through all of that, and start with things that are small. When you start small, you can start to build your confidence again.
Well, and the other thing, there's two things, because I have a story to talk about, but also that's part of manifesting, is things have to fall apart before the universe can put it back together for you.
Your desire has to get super strong too.
Right. because so now I've got 3 stories like falling into my head, but I remember, so my guides were saying when I was working at the hedge fund, my guides and even like I got my tarot reading done or something by a really good friend who I would go to once a year and get her reading. And she's like, you have to quit this hedge fund job. Like, you are here to do your spiritual work. And I'm like, no, the money's too good. The money's too good. And then my guides during my meditation, like, it's time to quit. It's time to quit. And I just kept saying no, because I was, again, making the money and Well, things at work just got worse and worse and worse. And it's like you talk about the nails in the coffin. Like, I wasn't following what my guides, my intuition, even somebody else telling me. And it got so bad that I finally was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then when I did give my notice, they ended up giving me $10,000 bonus if I would stay just 2 more weeks. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it ended up being like this amazing, it like helped seeded my whole Art of Living Happy business when I finally did just give in to, what I was being guided to do in the first place.
And that's the stuff you can't really figure in. You can't factor in when you're thinking of letting something go. You're only thinking about what you're going to lose.
Right.
You never consider what could possibly be gained. And then by letting it go, everything floods in and you see.
Yeah.
Wow. That was
cool. And the other story is when I was helping my mom, when I first started channeling angels and I was guiding her how to do it and teaching her, she would sit in meditation and she'd practice doing the automatic handwriting, and she got this message of, your cancer is back, because she had breast cancer and had it treated and had been, clear for 5 years. And so she's like, oh my God, I don't want to channel the angels because they're giving me bad information. And I'm like, okay, it's not the angels. That is your fear. You're fearful. And so the angels would never give you information like that. It's
right. So how do you decipher? I guess it's how.
Well, that's the thing. It's the discernment. And that's what I talk about when I teach people how to do this, is it's, you have to feel that it's a word that drops in and you feel the light vibration of it. And it's really vibrational, which takes time to.
Which we're going to teach you in Maui.
That's right. That's right. Which we also wanted to bring up about the idea that, guys, listen, we put a $77 offer, refundable, just so you can practice.
To save your spot and to tell the universe that you're serious.
You're saying yes
about manifesting this. And I feel like people live in that fear of like, well, if I say yes to the universe and put the $77 out and I don't manifest it, it's going to show me that I'm not a master manifestor. And that's not what's going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
But you have to take that first step. And that's and for me, like quitting that job and actually putting in my resignation, it opened up the door to a $10,000 bonus, which I didn't see that coming. I didn't think, oh, if I quit, I'm going to get 10,000. No, I mean, I just was like, not only am I going to lose my well-paying job, but it's scary to go start this other thing. And instead it was a bonus.
You got a blessing for doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so true. Do you have any stories about letting things go? And you're pretty easy with life. I feel like you're pretty like easy and flow. I mean, one of the biggest things she did was moving back to Connecticut because that's what she really wanted to do, even though she knew it was going to break both of our hearts. She did it anyways. And you know what? Like, just to credit her for that, because as much as like we want to do what other people want us to do, especially your parents who like love you and support you and God to support
me, that's the biggest thing.
But that's the thing. And for her to say like, I have to do this, and I can't say we took it good in the beginning because it was really hard, but like, to me, that's a win in parenting, that we taught her to really listen to her intuition and her guidance and what's going to bring her joy and happiness,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, that's huge. And it makes it okay.
Right.
Doesn't make it great, but it makes it okay.
Well, I have a story about our house when we got there.
Oh, that was crazy.
When we were moving back, we were looking for a place. We wanted a place right when we moved in, and we didn't want our cats to be in a hotel or our stuff to be in trailers. And we ended up getting an amazing house. It had 5 fireplaces, which was one of the things that I really wanted.
Next to it was like a mansion.
And a mansion. It was beautiful, beautiful town. Anyways, we got there. Everything's great. 2 weeks after we move in, they tell us we have 45 days to move out.
Oh my gosh.
And at first you're like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in love with this house. It's the nicest house I had ever lived. It had central air. I never had central air in my life.
Yeah.
And thankfully my husband is amazing at just being like, we'll find a place.
Chill.
Like, don't worry about
Yeah.
it. And I love our house that we live in now way more than that.
Yeah, and it's in a better
Really?
Better location. We have the 5 fireplaces. I don't think they even worked.
Right.
And now we actually have one that works.
Yeah, your house right now is super cute.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Oh my
Beautiful
gosh.
kitchen, and it's way better. So I think I could have been very bunged up about the fact that these people were kicking us out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet I also remember when you found that house, it was such a confirmation for you to move back. I feel like
we knew the lady that was renting it. She was
a
past client of ours, and it was very supportive.
Yeah.
So we felt like she was going in the right direction. So that was even what it was all about.
Yeah. My whole body is just chilling with that. Cause I remember that story when you started looking, and it just was like, oh my gosh, like, it was almost like too good to be true. And then it ended up being like, you thought it was something that it ended up not being, but it got you where you needed to go. And now you're in this beautiful new place that you love. And like you said, with a working fireplace, and
it's true.
So I'm trying to find us on here. So if anybody's asking any questions,
talking to us, is anybody talking to us on Facebook? I don't even. Oh, here we are.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's your last show.
Your
last show is up there.
My last show.
Oh, here it is. I see it. No, we've got some likes and some loves. I see Thomas. Thomas is going to be excited about our next guest.
That's right.
But I'm going to keep it a secret.
Yeah, exactly.
We got some good stuff coming. We've got a really wonderful person we're going to interview and share with you guys soon.
Right.
Yeah. So what else? If you want to say yes to the universe and put your $77 deposit down, it's therealones.com with a Z. You can just go there and click on the Maui retreat. You can see what the Maui retreat is all about. And then if you have questions, we do not mind hopping on a phone call with you. That's kind of what we decided. If we have people interested in debating it right now and you want just more information, we're not about talking people into this.
No, definitely not. It has to be a full yes.
We know there's a certain vibrational level that we're going to want present at this retreat. So if we were to talk people into it just to make money, that would be so against what we're building and what we're really interested in creating. So we're looking for a certain caliber of people that are super awake, want to be master manifestors, put that money down, and really feel confident that they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And
exciting.
help us to build that confidence with you. Mm-hmm. Because, a lot of times I've done this in the past where you can ride on other people's beliefs. And if somebody tells you something, I think this is what really works for psychics a lot of times, is that psychics will tell you something and you take their word for it and you believe it. So you create it. Mm-hmm. I really think there's an element of that in there. So
yeah, I agree.
Especially when you're working from people's intuition.
Because like our belief in you right now, who's thinking, oh, I should put the $77 down and try it. Like we believe in you and we know that that's all it takes, taking the action and then having somebody that believes in you more than you do. And then that's when you can fly.
What your financial situation is, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that $10,000 for me. I had no idea. I mean, that's it. As soon as you put the $77 down, there might be like just a windfall I know somebody who got an inheritance from like a great aunt that she didn't even know existed, and it was like a $50,000 check. I'm like, what? Like you just don't know.
You don't know.
You might have one.
No, I might have a rich aunt. I don't know.
That's right.
Possible. Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
Awesome. Well, do you have anything else? Because we do have
we got a
time limit today.
Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. It's short and sweet, and and thankfully, guess what? I got a text. My cleaning lady is coming in about 15 minutes rather than walking in the middle of this situation. So see, it always works.
It does.
I had a feeling.
No stress.
I actually had a feeling we kind of pushed her off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
So hopefully she can arrive before our next meeting, and then I can get her started. So
Yeah. So hop on over to YouTube if you're not subscribed to us too. We love YouTube subscribers and we do special things for our YouTube subscribers. In fact, this next show might only show up on YouTube and we have an amazing guest. So
Yeah. I think that might be the plan is people will put a link and say you got to go over there and subscribe. And
yep. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Love you guys.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Let's see here. Stop live stream. Adios. All right. We're still recording. I don't know where my cards are, but you know what? I want to show them our new cards that we just ordered.
Oh yeah. I got a really good reading yesterday with those.
Yeah.
It was cool. So it was a married couple with a little baby.
So I just
showed them. I picked, I had them pick a card.
Love them.
Show the back.
Okay, so then on the back is a different word on every single one.
Yeah, pull them up a little. There you go. See. So she picked nurture and he picked freedom. And what downloaded to me was that they needed time alone.
Wow.
And they were like, well, we really can't because we don't have a babysitter. And I'm like, I have a babysitter for you. So they connected with my Emma. It was so cool.
Oh my gosh, I've got chills.
I know, I had chills. I'm like, and I don't think they really grasped what I was doing, and that doesn't matter.
But for you, it was like a real confirmation.
Totally. And they were like, tell us how to do that. And I was like, I have a solution. Emma's number. And Emma was all about it. She's all excited to babysit for them.
That is awesome. Well, oh my God. I'm going to pull a card for right now.
Yay! I love it.
All right. So
I said the word adventure.
You did.
I did. I said it in the beginning of the show.
That is wild. Oh wait, there's two here. And beauty.
Cool.
Well, so listen, you've got to, if you're watching this right now, you need to go onto therealones.com and put your $77 down. Look at that. Adventure and beauty. I mean, those are two of just the beginning things that are going to happen.
There's no risk. It's freaking refundable.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to put you up against it. Like, we want to work with you on this.
And life is meant to be enjoyed.
It is.
I said to somebody at work the other day, I was like, oh man, I need a vacation. And he's like, didn't you just take one in December? I'm like, yeah, it's like March. I'm due, buddy.
And you're like, my parents live in California, so I get a vacation a couple times a year.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's it.
No,
life, and people get so stuck on the treadmill, and that's part of that overwhelm that people feel because they're not really living life. They're just stuck in these cogs of, waking up and going to work and coming home and drinking and watching television and going to bed and doing it all over again. And that's not what we're here to do.
Yeah. What is the point of that?
It's survival mode, and what it doesn't do is it doesn't align you with abundance.
Right.
So there's no way for you to create. I mean, lots of guys in your field who just work paycheck to paycheck. And the only way you're ever going to change that is if you get out of your comfort zone and do different things that are going to activate that feeling of joy and not just living in the mundane.
Yeah.
That was good advice.
That was really good. And, and something came to mind. I'm forgetting it right now, but, there was a movie that came out called The Road to Nowhere. We are on literally the road to nowhere. I mean, what are you trying to do if you're just...
What is the point?
What is the point? Like, the point is not to accumulate, thousands and thousands of dollars in your bank account so that you can go retire when you're 72. Like, no, enjoy life now because you don't know what's going to happen. You might not make it to 72. I can't tell you how many people I know that they couldn't wait to retire and they had this big plan that they were going to go do. And then the husband got a brain tumor, the wife dropped dead, that happened, that happened. It's like all you have is right now.
Exactly.
So there's just...
Let's create
I don't know. It's crazy.
We got to create it.
YOLO, baby.
And if you think it's possible, it is. If
yes.
you don't, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. We did good. That was some solid information there.
Good end note.
All right. Be sure to subscribe before you get off of the YouTube channel. And if you're listening on our podcast, be sure to subscribe to that as well. All right. Peace out.
Bye.
There's a cat at the door.